Yeah. All right. I'll let you bring that to me.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I can do that.
That's great. That'll be perfect. All right. Are we good? We're live. We're both the live chat, actually.
Welcome to the Dtalks podcast.
Now you've really made it.
Welcome to the Dtalks podcast.
It's a W in 3 minutes.
Hell is going on, yeah. Welcome to the Dtalks.
Sir, I'm here. What's going on, people? Shout out my boy Salvador has returned. He's here again on the keys back there. Shout out to him. What's going on, D-Bags? Hope you guys are all doing well. We're back here again with another episode of the Dtalks podcast. I'm your host, Darren, Rita. Feel free to connect with me at any of the links down below. And if you're new here and you enjoy music, podcasts, comedy, or hooping videos, do consider subscribing because we've got a whole lot of that stuff going on around here. And when you do subscribe, like, comment, interact with this video in any way, it helps us reach more people and share fun conversations just like this one. Now, before I can get into my guest this week and start, we're going to be talking about some weird shit today. That's all I can tell you. I can't prep you on everything because I'm not prepped on anything, but I can tell you it's going to be weird. But before I can get into that, I can talk to you guys a little bit about car insurance. These days, seems as if prices are just going up. It feels like every day we're talking about how expensive things are or how expensive they're getting. But luckily for you and I, our hometown agency, Kenosha Auto Insurance, can help us save some money in that department. When we shop locally with Kenosha Auto Insurance, you can see how simple and hassle-free insurance can really be, while they get the best rates for you and your family. So what are you waiting for? Give them a call today at 262-448-4141. That's 448-4141. The website's KenoshaINS.com. It's on the screen right now. It's linked down below. One last time, that's 262-448-4141. Give them a call. Tell them D-Rita Dtalks sent you. The worst that can happen is you will get the best rates. Now, I'm eating my hair, but aside from that, I'm excited and pumped to talk with my guest this week and introduce you guys to her. She's one of the homies. We've been working together for a while. Well, we don't really work together anymore. But she's there. She exists in her own world. She's repping the merch today. One of the homies. Let's give a wet Dtalks welcome to Jasmine Ryder. She's here in the building. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Shout out to Frankie also for just being alive. I just wanted to say shout out to my boy Frankie. Frankie H was on the podcast a while back. How are you?
Yes.
You're fine. You've got the shirt.
I am fine.
I appreciate you repping.
Thank you.
That means a lot to me.
Yeah.
But I appreciate you being here, and I'm happy also that you dyed the hair because prior to you dyeing it, people would often say that we had the same hair, and
we were siblings.
they would ask me why I was copying your hair when it in fact was the
No, I had to
reverse,
change it.
the
I had to
other
make a
way.
statement, you know?
Yeah. So you're in cosmetology school.
I
Did
am.
that influence your decision to dye the hair?
Yeah, we actually had a day where we had to color each other's hair because we can't say dye because it's unprofessional, so we have to say color.
Really?
Yeah, just like when you can't say bleach, you have to say lighten, or instead of darken.
But you
have to
use
say-
bleach.
Exactly, but people think like that you're dumping a whole thing of bleach on their head.
Mm.
So
That's
Well,
so
you
that's
take, like,
kind of
under-
crazy though. There's a unit where they make you have to have your hair colored.
you don't have to, but then you have to like help other people color their hair. Like you have to get like a pedicure, which I fucking hate. I hate pedicures.
You
so
hate
much.
getting a pedicure?
I absolutely hate giving and getting. They're disgusting.
That's
hate
the
feet.
full one, right?
Yeah, I hate feet. So
That's
much.
amazing. I've gotten a pedicure one time in my life, and it was one of the single greatest experiences I've ever had.
Literally hate pedicures. I would rather cut off my hand.
But it's the feet.
It's disgusting.
But
I
why?
don't know how
Why not?
people
What
have feet
about it?
fetishes.
What
I don't
about it?
know.
You
It's
do you have
gross.
disgusting feet? Is that what?
No. Well, maybe. I don't know. I don't really look at them. I
I
only
feel like people
wash
that have
them.
scary feet don't like pedicures.
I don't have scary feet. I just don't like them. Like I used to, as a kid. Like this is the most disgusting thing. But like we would like, I don't know who taught us this, but we would take like my sister and I would take our feet and like shove it in people's faces and like say smell it.
Mhm.
I don't know why. I don't know why. And now I'm like, if somebody did that to me, I would kick a kid. I would drop kick the child.
So that's why you just can't handle it because it brings you
Maybe.
back to that moment.
Also, I was in nursing, and they told us that like a lot of nurses hate feet.
Really?
Yeah. So once you deal with people who are older and like dry, flaking, fungus feet, it gets a little gross.
Yeah, I just have really bad running shoes. My feet get fucked up all the time. But
Mm.
I would still have no shame going in to get a pedicure and having them clean all that shit off for me
It's
because it feels
disgusting.
amazing.
Bro,
They
it's
massage your
ridiculous.
leg?
I don't. Not really. Also, did you know you're not supposed to shave before you get a pedicure, like 24 to 48 hours
Well, I
before?
don't shave my legs. So
Well, if you ever did. Some people do. Swimmers do.
I thought girls swimmers, like they leave the hair on as long as they can and then they shave it right before a meet.
Oh, I know that like men like literally.
Oh well, yeah, they do
hairless.
again before a meet, but yeah,
Yeah.
but you leave that shit
Yeah.
because it's like making it harder to swim or something. I don't know.
I don't know.
That's what they tell me.
I don't know.
Marcus in the comments said Jasmine's a little quiet. We just want to turn her up a tad
I'm
bit.
quiet. Oh, fuck,
Yeah,
sorry.
no, you're good. Just
Sorry.
pull it up with you. You're
Okay.
you're totally
Hold
fine.
on.
But so you're in cosmetology school, and you were just saying, and it's kind of messed up because our podcast is available. It's one of the platforms we're available on is Apple and Spotify.
Oh yeah.
And you were just telling me that cosmetology school is not. They don't recognize that
No.
for their discounts.
No.
That's
And even though
kinda-
it's an accredited college, so it's kind of fucked.
That's kind of discriminatory, don't you think?
A little bit. I guess they just don't appreciate.
Do you
us
get any
instead.
discounts?
No, I mean at my school for
So you're
hair
not a
products.
They don't count you as a student at all.
Not really, no.
That's fucked up.
I know because I really want those cheap discounts.
Who doesn't want fucking? I mean, I wish I could still get Spotify for. I'm not even gonna lie. I never did it really.
Mm-hmm.
I only did the student discount for like a tiny bit, like I think one semester, and then you have to like show them like that
Yeah.
you're still in school, and I just
Yeah.
didn't want to do it. So I paid $10 the whole
Yeah,
time I
I've
was
been
there.
paying $10, and I'm like, I don't have money for this.
No, yeah. Well, so when you're in cosmetology school? First off, you said you did nursing.
I did do nursing, yeah.
How do you go from that to?
So my mom wanted to be a nurse, and she's pursuing it now.
Okay.
Yeah, and I remember like running around like hallways, and because she was a CNA for most of my life, so I would like help out the elderly in the
You were helping
homes.
people out.
Yeah, I would like come into the rooms, and they would give me soda, and I would eat with them because they were lonely.
Oh, so you were mooching all them. You weren't helping them.
I was.
That's
you know
cool.
what?
That's cool too, though.
Yeah.
That's old people actually do love that.
They do. They love that. And so I really wanted to be a nurse, and I just am not very school smart, or just didn't really put forth the effort because I started college right when COVID hit. So like it was all online, and I'm
Yeah.
not very an online person. I'm more like hands-on.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just told by a lot of people I wasn't made to be a nurse, and that I
Well,
should
if
go
you
to
thought it was getting
cosmetology.
fruit snacks from grandma,
Well,
that
no,
wouldn't.
I did do CNA. And I worked as a CNA for a little bit.
How'd
I
you
just
like that? A lot of wiping.
a lot of wiping, I worked mainly in the dementia unit, so it was a lot of people who couldn't really do anything on their own. Also, I don't know why, but because they're on like pureed food most of the time, it smells much worse than regular food, and it's very gross.
What does that do to you as a person having to like go through? Because I know a lot of people that have done CNA stuff, and like I know a lot of people. My girlfriend who's back there is a nurse,
Oh.
and so it's like, it's some of the shit that you guys be talking about that you guys see or have to do, or even just hear what you hear about, like a coworker goes through.
Yeah.
It just seems like it's gonna jack you up.
I don't know. I feel like I would do it again, but I'm not very good with smell. I puked one of the times I did it. I had my mask on, and I puked in my mask. And I just held it, and I kind of like scooped it and then like threw it
Did
away.
you swallow it again?
No. Well, actually I did one time, and then I threw it up again, and I threw it up into the sink.
That's fucking,
Yeah.
That's foul.
Well,
What was going on that made you throw up?
Oh my god, this feels so bad.
As long as you don't
people
name
with
names, it's good.
People with dementia, like, they can't really take care of themselves down there. So I was taking care of an older woman, and they only get baths a couple times a week, or if they refuse, you can't really take care of it. So it gets a little fishy down there, and it was really bad, and on top of a UTI, so it was really bad.
Like how fishy?
Like absolute,
a
like a
fresh local
rotten,
place,
no,
or
like
Long John Silver's.
rotten tuna,
Rotten tuna.
rotten
Wow.
tuna, and I.
So just the smell of it, and you threw. That's power. That's real power.
I wasn't even close to her. It was just in the same room.
Oh my god.
It was really bad.
Yeah, you were not cut out for that
No.
shit though. I mean, that's I
feel
would have done the
so
same
bad.
thing, but that's why I didn't.
I
even
feel
give
so
it a
bad
shot.
because I wanted to so bad. I was like, I can do this, and I brushed my teeth, and I went back in, and I finished, and I was like, I hate my life.
What words were exchanged? Did she say anything? Well, she has dementia, so maybe she
No,
forgot.
but I was in the room with two other CNAs because they were helping me with her because I was still in training. And they kind of just said, spit it into the sink, and I did. And they were like, okay, go, like, wash your mouth out. And I did. And they were like, go sit down. And they thought I was going to leave and just never come back. But I came back in, and they were like, we're so proud of you. And I think, like, the next week I left.
Yeah, dude. Fuck it. Yeah, they can be proud of somebody else. That
Well,
ain't for me.
and plus I was like, I'm lifting people that are like twice my size by
Mhm.
myself for like $12 an hour. I don't think I could do this.
That's the thing.
Mhm.
So yeah, my sister who's also here with, I think you were doing CNA stuff, right? That she still is, right? And she was getting like $12 an hour for
Yeah.
a while, and then like we would joke because we would go to Culver's, and we would see them with the sign $15 an hour starting, and we'd be like, "Yo, that's fucked up."
Yeah,
man.
I was making more at Home Depot than I was as a CNA.
That's kind of wild, bro.
Yeah.
Like you taking care of people's fucking
Yeah.
somebody's husband, somebody's wife, somebody's grandma, grandpa, whatever,
And you're
and
like,
you're valued at $12 an hour.
and you're required to like stay later sometimes. Like it's not even like your choice. Like they have to be like, what is it called? I think it's called like or like I don't know the name of it, but they like make you stay
How
for
the
like
fuck does
like,
that work?
I don't know.
I'm
I don't
like,
remember.
no,
I don't
you
know.
can't make me stay.
Well, that's what happened at my work. Is they
Damn.
like made me stay, and I was like, I want to go home, or like you pulled doubles. That's not fun.
Yeah, the thing is, no one wants to do it either. That's the crazy thing about like all these jobs. Now, I'm not saying the Culver's people don't deserve 15. I think they do, probably maybe even more. But I think the CNA people should be getting more than that.
Yeah.
And I think it's just crazy. Like with all these jobs, there are so many jobs in this country that like nobody wants to do.
Yeah.
And then we don't compensate them
Yeah.
like in a correct ratio for the fact that no one wants to do them.
I mean, I give props to anyone who does that shit. Like,
That's what I'm saying.
I'm like, oh my god, like, good for you because I can't.
Yeah, I absolutely not. That's what I feel like a dick sometimes because my girlfriend will come home and she'll start telling me a story about something about sticking a catheter and halfway
Yeah.
getting stuck in blood and
Yeah, I've had a
shit and
colostomy
everything.
bag explode. That was terrible, and it was like one of those really big ones. Like normal ones are kind of like that big, and his was like that big, and it exploded, and it was all of this sheets, and it was actually when I was doing like a job shadow with my mom because I was like shadowing for a little bit, and I remember I was cleaning up with my mom, and it was bad. It was everywhere.
shitty.
It was everywhere. And those smell.
Literally.
Those smell bad because it's just straight from the
Yeah, I mean, I can't imagine if you cut my whatever the fuck that would.
intestines.
Yeah, if you cut that off, I'm sure it would smell pretty bad. So yeah, I
Yeah.
feel terrible. That's awful.
Yeah.
So you mentioned you worked at Home Depot then.
I did.
So was it
work in-
CNA then Home Depot or Home Depot
It was
then
Home.
CNA?
It was Home Depot and then CNA, and then I came to Target because I went to where I'm working now because
Okay, so you went to Home Depot. So did you feel like fuck? I fucked up, like leaving Home Depot to then do that, and you're like, shit, this is way
No.
harder.
because I left Home Depot because of a HIPAA thing.
Oh really?
Yeah, because I went. So I had like a mental breakdown, and I had to go to Rogers.
Okay.
And then I was like, oh, okay. Like, I let my managers know. I was like, okay, I got to go. Like, I'm going to be gone for a couple of weeks, and then I have to go to outpatient. Well, my manager was telling people where I was during my medical leave. And I was like, and he was also kind of made me uncomfortable. So I was like, I'm going to leave.
That's crazy. Did they do anything? Did you like pursue anything
No,
against him?
not
or the
really, because
place?
like it was kind of like people told me.
Mm.
And I like let the like Home Depot line know, but nothing happened.
Yeah. Damn, that's kind of whack. I mean, like, that's super unprofessional, especially at a place like that. That's something that's weird to me, too, with a lot of these big corporations, I guess. When you're growing up, and you're, for an example, let's just say, like, Walmart. Like, you're just, like, shopping at Walmart. Before you realize how terrifying Walmart is as a place, right? Like, you just think, like, oh, grown-ups work here. They do what they're supposed to do, and, like, they just do that. And they live and sleep here, and that's it. Like the same way you think your
Yeah.
teacher sleeps at the school for
Yeah.
until you're a certain age, right? And you just think, man, everybody just does their job and gets along, and things go wrong, but they figure it out. Until you work at a Walmart,
I'm miserable.
yeah, and you realize, like, no, these people, like, they hate their lives.
Yeah,
they
absolutely.
hate this place. They hate me for shopping here.
Yeah.
And then on
Or
top
when
of
they come
that,
in-
you got guys like that violating HIPAA
Yeah.
in a huge organization where
Yeah.
it's like, I don't know. You just think there would be more like repercussions for their
I
actions.
feel like they should have prepped us more for how terrible life was going to be.
Well, I will say, yeah, I agree. I think, like 30, 40 years ago, like you could work at Home Depot and probably feel fulfilled because you could work just your 40 hours or maybe 35, 38 hours, and
instead
you
of
could like
working.
afford a home,
Yeah.
like pay for a kid to go to school.
I can't afford
You
anything.
can't do that now.
No.
You can't. Yeah, you can't do anything. So it's not great. So Home Depot, I'm sure anything ridiculous ever happened at Home Depot? aside from HIPAA violations and.
I had people fighting about masks there, but
Oh.
or
it was
like
during that time. Did you? What did you do at Home Depot? Did you like?
I
do
was
the
a
paint?
garden person, and then I was paint. I was also a cashier for a little bit too.
Okay.
I
Was the
loved
paint cool? Did you get to shake the stuff?
Yeah, it was actually really fun. Kind of miss it.
Is there ever like an issue that comes up? Like everybody, I feel like no matter what job you have, there's always things that'll piss you off.
Yeah.
As someone who's fucking tending to the paint shaking thing at Home Depot, what is bothering you there?
People would be like, I want this paint, but I want it lighter. But like the machine already has the custom, because you start with like a base white, and then it adds like greens, blues, everything like that, to create like a gray, and you don't know all the color mixing that goes into it.
Mm-hmm.
So then you try and make like the custom formula, but like if you go 50% less, it could come out green. You get what I mean?
Oh,
so like
shit. So you actually are involved in changing like you do the coloring. That's what's going on when it's shaking?
Well, yeah. Well, so I put the can under the thing, and I press the button, and the pre-made formula comes out.
Okay, so you just push two things.
Yes,
Okay.
I push two things. I put it in the thingy, and I shake it.
So
But sometimes people want a color match thing, so you have to put it in there, and it color matches. But then it doesn't come out correct. So you have to add just a little bit of white. But like sometimes people will be like, I want a little more brown, so I add like a little more brown, and it comes out pink.
Are you sitting there with like a fucking eyedropper of fucking little bits of
No,
paint?
it just
like
the
mad scientist? What
machine.
do you-
The machine just does it. I don't fucking know, man.
I'm just confused because I thought like when the paint, maybe I just have a misunderstanding of how it works. When I would go buy paint,
Mm-hmm.
I would be like, oh, this is the color I want. It would be in
Yeah.
a can,
Yeah.
and I just
Oh.
bring it up to you, and then
Mhm.
you would just shake it.
No.
I thought it was just needed to get shook for some reason.
No,
and
they
then I
put it
could
like
use
under this like little machine. You have to line it up with the little red laser that's shooting down, and you type in the color that it wants, or like scan it.
Yeah.
Or if like it's a custom color match, you have to put it under this like little scanner, and sometimes you have to make sure that it's covered, because if there's too much light, it comes out a different color, and people get pissed off at you. Or like fucking stains. Those are so stupid. I hated
Like outdoor
explaining
stains?
Yes, I hated explaining stains, because people would be like, "Well, my stain isn't coming out the correct color," and it's like, "Well, your deck is falling apart. It's rotting, so it's gonna absorb more of that semi-transparent, barely there stain." And
Yeah, so when people come back, they'd be like, I just stained my deck and it's not the right color.
yes, and we had this really
Damn.
nice guy who like has worked for Home Depot for like 30 years, and he like would explain everything, and like he would like, some people would try and like walk away from him, and he would like explain even more. He'd be like, well, you have to wait until it's the perfect temperature where the sun is like at this angle, and you have to apply
It wasn't the one in Lake Geneva.
It was, yeah.
Okay, I think I know that guy. He
You
always
do?
would talk to me about everything. I
Yes.
try to run away from him because sometimes, I don't know anything about Home Depot. I don't know anything about what I have to get, right? And so you'd think it would be like a plus to have somebody who could tell you.
But sometimes too
you
much.
just feel so insecure. You're just
Yeah.
like, yo, let me just go find and guess.
Exactly.
I don't want to. Let me narrow it down between two options and
Yeah.
then I'll ask you.
Yeah, they're like, are you an idiot? Do
Yeah.
you even know how to do anything?
Yeah.
Or like garden was terrible because it was just hot outside constantly, and you were throwing mulch. I had one lady want me to just carry around her plants for her, and then got mad when she left, and we didn't want to wait by her plants because she couldn't fit all her plants in her car. She wanted to talk to our store manager.
Wow.
Yeah.
So is that like the most trouble you got in, or did you
I
ever get in any?
think so. Honestly, I can't really. I
Did
have
you
a
know
memory
anybody
problem.
whose lungs collapsed at Target?
No,
Or not
but
at
didn't
Target,
you
at
tell
Home
me
Depot?
that there was somebody.
One of my homies. Yeah, he worked at that exact
I think
Home Depot.
I started in May.
Yeah.
Started on my. This
Yeah.
is so fucked. I don't know how to remember it, but I started on my ex's birthday.
Wow.
That's the
Shout
only-
out to him.
Oh my god, I accidentally. So here's the shit. I went. So like one of my friends told me he was live on Twitch, right? And I was like, fuck, I haven't
He's a
seen this.
Twitch streamer?
He is.
Bro, let's get him on the show. We can pull you out midway.
Midway. I know, he just come in. No, I went on and he's probably watching because he's fucking mad at me.
Why is he mad at you?
Because, okay, here's the thing. Before I went on the stream, his friends are probably watching because one of them follows me and they've been trying to follow me on other things. But, like, here's the thing. So, like, last time we talked, I got pissed at him because he commented on one of my TikToks because he's an ex. I told you. I've only dated one person. He's the ex that got with
Okay.
my best friend, right?
That's what friends are for.
And he commented, yeah.
I'm just
Well,
kidding.
actually, my best friend is one of the people he also dated. and told me not to worry about, and like she got with her right
Shit.
after we broke up, like day of. that
There's a
we
lot
broke
of
up.
lore here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I kind of regret it, but like not really. He told me he was, and I don't really know now, but he told me he was a schizophrenic, right? And I brought it up with his mom. I'm like, he's not doing too good. Like his schizophrenia is really bad. And she's like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, schizophrenia. And I was like, and he like told me I got him in trouble, and like she didn't want anyone to know. And I'm like, well, I'm with you, and we've been.
Does
together
he
for-
have it or no?
I don't know, but I yelled at him, and I told him he was worthless, and like nothing was gonna happen in his life, and his mom was right, and like he's a fake schizophrenic.
Damn.
And I feel really bad, but
That's
like I
pretty
don't.
foul.
But I don't at the same time because of like the shit that happened. You get what I mean? Because like I don't know, like at the same time I feel bad.
if he left you for your best friend, that's tough.
Well,
He cheated on you with your best
I
friend.
also found out he cheated on me with one of my other friends when we first I got cheated on like 4 times.
Same guy.
Same guy.
Live on Twitch or no?
I don't
Hot tub stream?
I don't know, but
That's
I
fucked
went
up, bro.
on his Twitch because I was like, oh my god, like what the fuck is this guy doing? And I forgot that my Twitch name is the same from when I would watch him stream in middle school and like high school. So it's like, I don't know why the fuck I came up with this name, but it's Bunny Blue 16. And I had it on Twitch and I was watching it, and I like totally forgot I was watching him. I just had it on my phone and I was playing the fucking Sims on my computer that's loud as fuck and like about to explode. And all of a sudden he's like, hold on, guys, Jasmine's in here. And I was like, oh, fuck. And I swiped the fuck out. And then someone later told me that he went on a rant for like 20 minutes about how I'm like a fucking loser and like how I need to get the fuck out of his stream and like move the fuck on and that. And then he brought up like one of my friends who wasn't even watching him at all, like has left him the fuck alone. So like I was like, holy shit. And then he messaged me and like made it so that I couldn't message him back, and he told me to get a life. And I was like,
so he ninja out here.
yeah.
Was he playing Fortnite or what was he
No, what was it? I have no idea.
playing? Was he good at Fortnite or no?
To be honest, I don't really know. I would watch him play, but I wouldn't watch him play.
What would he play on streams usually?
What was that one game that was really popular? Not Black Ops, but it was something else. I have no fucking.
Is it like Call of Duty?
It was kind of like Call of Duty.
They had like their Warzone. It was like
Maybe.
the Fortnite. It was like Battle Royale and Call of Duty.
I think
Apex
he did.
Legends.
He did actually play Fortnite for a little bit. I think him and like my other friend used to.
Did he ever let you stream with him?
No, I never played anything. I literally.
That's the red flag right there. He wouldn't let you
Maybe.
stream.
Maybe.
He didn't get you into the games that he was in.
I guess.
That's how you know. That's the thing, ladies. I'm gonna tell everybody, all the ladies listening right now, if your man is a gamer, right, and he doesn't, and he doesn't try at least once to get you to like be involved in.
He did once, I think, and I was like, I fucking give up.
At least 3 times. If he doesn't try at least 3 times to get you to like the same games as him, to start playing, then he's not in it for the long term. I'll tell you why. Because if I want to be with someone long term, I'm gonna play those games regardless.
Yeah.
Okay, so instead of you being mad that I'm playing them, I'm gonna train you to play them so we can play together. So
Yeah,
we're spending time together while I'm playing the game.
I would do that, but I don't think that happened. Honestly, when I tell you, I can't remember half of the shit of my childhood or like even yesterday. I don't know what the fuck. I don't.
Short-term memory loss.
I think so, or trauma.
Or-
I don't know.
Yeah, that's they say that.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So your ex is a famous Twitch streamer.
He is actually. Somebody told me he. Now this is a legend. I don't want anyone coming for me.
Okay.
But like one of his friends or somebody told me from Wausau, because I live 3 hours away now. So like he expects me to come up there and like stalk him. He said that on the stream. I don't know. He said I was gonna come to his.
Well, how recent is all this, by the way? Because
Like,
y'all have not been
a
together
month
for
ago.
how long?
A month ago.
And
We
y'all
haven't
not-
been together in two years now.
But y'all still in contact.
I don't even know. I don't fucking know.
What is going on?
I don't know. But I like trying to leave it alone because I'm like, I'm 3 hours away. Like I only come up to Wausau to like see certain people. But like one of the people told me that his friend bought him like 3,000 subs because he has like 3,000 subs and he's a verified like he's like one of those like
Bought him?
bought him like subs, and
So they're fake.
I think so, because he only gets like 3 streams or like 3 like people watching him per stream is what
Man, we
people
don't-
tell me.
We don't got to put shade on these small content creators.
I'm
man.
sorry.
We gotta
I'm sorry.
big up
I'm not
small
trying to like.
content
I'm not
creators.
trying to fucking
Even
like
though
come
he is
for
this
him.
piece of shit that cheated on you, that's
He
fucked
is,
up.
yeah, I was.
But we got to support his Twitch career though. Still.
We do.
Yeah,
You know,
he's out here.
he gotta.
You gotta
get
get
money
better at
somewhere.
Fortnite though, bro. You weak in Fortnite. I'm actually terrible, so I don't want the smoke if he's good. But
Yeah,
he played PC.
I think
Or does he
so
play PlayStation or
now.
Xbox?
I have no idea. Last time I know, like, when I knew him, it was PlayStation.
Oh,
But I
God.
think he wanted PC. So I think he might have a PC now.
You should have known. That's how you should have known. That's how you could have figured it out sooner.
But somebody told me, so I looked at it too. I was like looking, I was like,
If you're
what
gonna
the
whisper,
fuck?
you gotta whisper.
I'm
right
sorry.
into this
So
thing.
like, listen,
Okay.
he'd like be following like these people that like dresses like, you know, those people that dress up like anime. Oh my god, fuck. Those
Okay.
anime characters.
Yeah.
That, like,
Cosplayers.
yeah, but they like look like children. Like, you know, those one like
Those are
but they're
weird.
like porn stars at the same time.
Yeah. See, that's where it gets weird.
Yeah, but like, here's the thing. I'm not trying to diss him, but I am at the same time because of like all the fucked up shit.
If you're into like people that look like kids, if that's like your thing, I think it's okay to.
Like,
We had
like
a
Bella.
conversation about this a while back where it was like we were joking on like it's not okay to kink shame people,
No, yeah,
but pedophilia
it is,
or
or
anything
piss kinks.
adjacent to that is okay to
Yeah,
shame.
like Bella Porsche, is that her name? No,
Bella
Bella Delphine.
Delphine?
That one girl that like broke TikTok. She like
Which
she
one?
she sold her bathwater.
That was Belle Delphine.
Yeah.
A while back.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's big.
That's the kind of girls.
She does a lot of art stuff though too.
I think she does porn now, but
Well, on all her OnlyFans, yes, but she does like custom art pieces and stuff too.
with her
We
with her
stand-
body or
No, with like I know I'm a big fan of the H3 podcast.
Oh,
and
yeah,
she's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
She's been on there a couple
Oh,
times
okay.
and like gave them care package. She does like weird. Don't get me wrong. I'm not the kind of person who is a diehard Belle Delphine fan, but I respect the hustle.
okay.
So if that's what he's in, hopefully he's into something worse than that because she's cool. I mean, I wouldn't watch that, but she seems all right.
I think it's worse.
You think it's worse?
I think it's worse.
You
but,
ever
like-
catch him watching porn? You ever catch
Yeah, I did. Because I
Wow,
was like,
even
I'm not
cooler.
comfortable with you watching porn because like we were underage at the time, and I was just like, I just feel like you and I are together. Like I don't feel like now I don't really give a shit because I'm kind of like whatever the fuck. But like I would watch him and like I'd be like, why are you watching porn? And I remember he's like, I won't do it anymore. He was a pathological liar, honestly, because I remember I went through his phone and I found an email that said, this is my porn email at gmail.com.
Yeah, he was down bad.
And
man.
like, and then I saw purchases of porn and he told me it was for his friend. But now that I think about it, I'm like,
Why? This is my thing where again I respect the women that are making their money off guys that are willing to pay for porn.
Yeah.
But there is an infinite amount of free pornography. So much that if you started right now
yeah.
and you dedicated watched it on like times 100 speed and you tried to watch every
Would
bit
not
of
get through
porn
it.
that is out there, you would not finish it.
No.
And that's free porn.
Yeah.
So why the fuck would he be paying for porn? That's
Exactly.
I think it's
Slap in the
okay
face.
that we've left, he's not in the picture. I think it's okay.
Yeah.
I think you got to stop.
Yeah.
You said you guys spoke a month ago, or within the last month?
I think so. I mean, I didn't really speak to him.
But there was things going on.
Yeah.
No more. Today
no.
it stops. Is
I
he blocked?
don't. Yeah, he is.
Okay. Because we had to make another girl block her ex on this show before.
Do you want me to
And
do
I
it
will
right now?
do it
I think
right now.
I think Twitch isn't blocked, but I can block him
What?
right
You
now.
have his fucking Twitch notifications
No,
on?
no. I know that I reported him because he called me.
You reported his Twitch stream?
Because he called me out my name, and I was like, fuck. And then he called me the R slur, and I was like,
Whoa,
fuck. And I was
whoa.
like, whatever. And I was like, one last thing. And then I reported him. And now I feel bad because I'm like, what if that's how he makes his money? Or like, what if that's what makes him happy? But now I'm kind of like, you deserve to be miserable.
That's fair.
But like, I don't know. It's been 2 years, so I should just move on.
Yes.
Exactly.
We should turn off the Twitch notifications right
It's
now.
not on. It's
You
just
should-
the
you
fucking.
should.
It's just I don't know.
Are you following him
no,
on Twitch?
absolutely not.
How do you know when he goes live?
I don't. One person told me, and I was like, oh, and I like looked, and I was like, oh fuck, and then I should have just never looked. I should have never looked. I should have just left it 2 years ago.
Right now. I'll tell you this right now. If one of my ex-girlfriends decides to go live on Twitch right now,
Yeah,
you know what I would do?
hate watch.
Nothing, because I will have no fucking idea. You need to have zero idea.
I've talked
No
to all of
contact
my
with this
friends.
man.
I'm like, I need to just stop because like right now I just want to die. So I'm like,
Okay, that's.
he's not important, you know. I'm like,
But that can't be the only reason he's not important, or else we have some other work we gotta do.
no, because I just don't think anything's important. So that's how.
About
I'm gonna do it.
cosmetology school, that's important. We have to color our hair. We can't. We're getting away from the verbiage of dye and what was the other word you can't use?
Kill
Bleach?
myself.
Okay, that too. In a video game. That's what they
In
have
a
to say
video
on stream, or else.
Oh, off myself. Is that better?
Unalive.
Unalive.
People say.
Unalive
yes.
myself.
In a video game, they say
Sewer
afterwards.
slide?
Yeah.
Sewer slide.
Yeah. I don't know what that. Wait, what?
Slur slide. That's how
Mhm.
like people type it so that they don't get banned on like TikTok and shit.
Yeah, why are you trying to get me banned right now?
I'm sorry.
Bro?
I'm
That's
sorry.
fucked
Fuck,
up,
I'm
bro.
sorry.
You got plenty of things. Don't worry about this guy. This guy, you can't give this guy the credit to be fucking your life up that hard.
I like honestly didn't really do anything. I was just like, oh man, that's fucked. I was like, what the fuck? Now it's just like shit. I just don't want to be alive, you know?
No.
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 I
you can't
actually
do
I
that.
make those jokes at work all the time. Like I'd be like, oh my god, I'm gonna kill myself. And like this past month, I'm like, I'm literally gonna kill myself, and everyone thinks I'm joking.
That doesn't sound like a joke anymore when you say I was joking and now I'm saying I'm literally going to. That sounds pretty serious. We gotta unpack that. I mean, I'm not saying I haven't made the same joke. I made the same jokes.
I know it's
But
okay.
but you gotta work on the. People say my delivery is bad. That I'm very deadpan sometimes.
You are sometimes like
Yeah.
You and Sal have like literally told me things. And I'm like, oh my god, are you guys okay? And they're like, that Zumba class, man. That Halloween Zumba class.
Yeah, but it's funny when I do it. This is making me scared right now.
all good.
You're freaking me out.
All good.
Bro.
I have one
You've
friend.
got the shirt
I know.
for the song that's about what it's about.
Mhm.
Come on, we gotta.
Who knows?
We're dropping this guy. You're gonna do your own hot tub stream. You're gonna
Maybe.
get bigger than him.
I should.
We're gonna gift a bunch of subs.
Oh damn.
That'll be
Good.
big. That'll be really big. So, okay, So what have we touched on? We touched on Home Depot. We touched
We
on
done.
ex-boyfriend, Twitch streamer, Ninja.
Yeah.
And Belle Delphine somehow got in the
Mhm.
mix. All right, but here's what I want to know.
Okay.
Okay, you're single now.
Yes.
We're past this.
Yeah, we
Today
are.
is the last
Totally.
we're speaking of this man.
Yes.
It will never be brought up again in your
Never.
life. You're not dating currently.
No.
You're not like dating around or trying to find you.
I'm talking to,
you
like,
go on dates.
I'm talking to like one person, but like he like tells me he's gonna hang out with me and then doesn't, and then like I'll like wait up for him and he like won't want to hang out with me, or like he'll ask me for like nudes and I'll be like, I'm not really, no.
Wow, that's tough. Are you open to being on dating apps?
Yeah,
Or have you've been on dating apps?
I have.
Before, right?
I've been on a lot of dating apps.
Do those? How is that? Because I ask everybody this that's been on them because I've never been on one and I think it's interesting.
Well, I'm from more of like a hick town, so not good. But when I went, because I go to Greenfield for my school.
Why is it not good in a hick town?
Very much balding.
It's not fair. There are
hairy.
bald kings, hairy kings.
No, but here's the thing. I'm fine with somebody who's bald. I'm not fine with somebody whose hair is thinning at the age of 20 and it's like right here.
Damn, man, they can't control that, bro. We gotta.
Well, then shave it because it's ugly. You have a bald patch on the back of your head at 19. That's sad.
Bro, what if he could do like a cool Roman thing, like just lose this middle part, just keep the sides, you know,
Disgusting.
like Caesar or whatever.
Absolutely disgusting.
That'd
If
be
I can
kinda
see
cool.
my face in your bald spot and you still have hair,
If you could see your face in it, that means he's keeping really good care of his head because
he
that
just-
means he's got a
it's just
shiny
that-
scalp.
it looks like you have like a, like, you know those movies where like somebody would be like, oh, my hair fell off, and it's like literally like a rat like running. That's how I feel.
Really? Damn. I don't know if there's a word for what it is you're
Toupee?
doing right now.
Oh.
No, the discriminatory behavior you're portraying right now
Baldism?
against bald people. Yeah, but it's fucked
Baldism.
up. Our bald kings deserve love too.
Mm.
You're missing out on some. Well, from where you're from, maybe not that great, but in general, there are great bald men out there, men and women that are bald.
Yeah,
That are
alopecia.
fantastic.
There are some good looking people who are bald,
Yeah.
but like, you know, I don't know. It's just
So you can't. That's your type. Is just anybody with hair, but not too much body
no.
hair.
I literally
just
hate
regular
body hair. It's disgusting. I don't know why, but like, here's the thing: if you can't really control it, so like keep it, you know. But it's just not really.
Damn, bro. So these men need to be having keeps and manscaped, just to be competing, right? So all right. So you've been on Tinder. You've been on Bumble. And
I
this
have.
Shit though, right?
I have.
Okay. So do you have any positive experiences with that, or is it mostly all like?
I
Fuck,
have.
these are weird guys.
No, I
bald,
have.
weird people.
I have. I mean, it's mostly. I go to school in like Milwaukee area, and I went on Tinder there once, and I found a furry, and I was like, this is no more.
Bro, why are we hating on the furries, bro?
I
That's actually great that you brought that up because I really badly want to interview somebody that is a furry. Don't have to give their name. or nothing, they can show up in the furry costume.
Do you know how much they drop on those costumes?
They're expensive,
Expensive.
bro. Hella expensive.
I knew somebody like in middle school that was dropping like $13K, and I was like, "Where'd you get all that money?"
What the fuck were they doing in middle school,
don't
bro?
know.
What were their parents?
I don't know. I don't know.
Wausau crazy.
Wausau is crazy.
Wausau different.
Well, actually, did you know Wausau's like the sex trafficking ring? Because like we connect from like everywhere, so that's like the pit stop. So that's where like people pick up the girls and like pick up the drugs. Like we had to have a conversation at school about that once.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool.
Exactly.
Do you take pride in that, or?
No, but I'm surrounded by it a lot.
That's
so.
that's pretty that's pretty scary. You know anybody
I do.
that got?
I do.
That's terrible. I
Yeah.
was hoping that was gonna be a no. It was a dark joke that I was gonna make. But
Wait, like that? Like do the sex trafficking or do drugs?
whichever you prefer. Let's do whichever
Sex
you prefer.
trafficking? I don't think I know. Maybe. You know,
People
sometimes
you could guess maybe.
I
Couple people
have
that give
a couple
off the vibes.
people. Yeah, and then I
Yeah.
have like a family member that does drugs.
Okay.
Not sex trafficking. That's
Oh
not
my
trafficking.
God, you're we gotta Me
We're
and
gonna
you,
do-
we're gonna do like an improv class
Okay.
together and work on our timing, because
Okay.
that's we
You have to-
just almost got fucking. This stream just was about to get fucking demoed. YouTube done.
Done.
Yeah.
Absolutely banned.
Jesus Christ. Okay,
All
so you have a family
platforms, like
member that does
Andrew Tate.
drugs. Yeah, we all do. Have family members that do drugs.
Yeah.
Everybody does.
Yeah.
Right.
Hard drugs. Crack, cocaine,
Crack.
crack.
So you've seen crack?
I have. I've also seen heroin.
What does crack look like?
I haven't really seen like crack. It's more in the pipe already been smoked, and like heroin looks just sticky and black.
What does I've never seen either. I've seen some
Okay.
pictures online. That
Yeah.
doesn't count though. That
It
doesn't
doesn't.
count.
No.
But
It's
what does it smell like?
gross. Hold on. Let me think.
Give me some more descriptive word. You know how like weed, you know,
Well,
you
like,
don't just say like, oh, it smells like weed. Like it smells like a
Here's the
skunk
thing. You
or
can like
shit.
you
or
can smell weed. I'm not really gonna put my face up to the heroin and go, shit. This smells like
heroin.
heroin, black tar,
I
absolutely.
wonder if it
Walter
smells
White.
like licorice, like black licorice.
I don't think
That
it
would be
does.
cool.
I don't think it does because it's like laced with like they make it with like gasoline and like kerosene and like shit like that. Like
Really?
Yeah.
How do people live?
I don't know.
do it.
Maybe small doses.
That's okay. That's
Small
fair.
doses
Yeah.
because like we had our generation ate Tide Pods, so I don't really know how they live.
Yeah, you know, I didn't have a problem with that actually. I think more people should eat Tide Pods if they want to, because if they do,
I ate chalk. When I was a kid, I used to eat it. I would just gnaw on
I'm
it.
understanding the timing issues now.
I'm sorry.
It's making sense.
I'm
now.
so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Why the fuck did you eat chalk? Did you eat glue too? Were you one of those
No,
kids?
one of my aunts dared me to eat chalk, and I was like, okay, because my mom had me when she was 15, so like my
Okay.
aunt and I were like 3 years apart, so like her and I grew up together.
You and your aunt were 3 years apart.
I think so, yeah, because in the picture she was still like young.
How old's your aunt?
I think she's like, I'm 20 now, so I think she's 23. I can't remember.
That's
I'm
crazy.
so bad with.
Is that kind of cool, or is that?
It is when we were growing up. Yeah, I haven't really seen her in a while. So
Mhm.
it's kind of like whatever, but we used to play Barbies together, everything like that, like eat chalk.
That's yeah. I mean, doing it one time is not.
No, it was more than that.
Oh, okay, yeah. No, you already fucked up. That's fucking weird, bro.
I'm sorry.
That's crazy. So I wanted to get on the dating thing with the Tinder stuff.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
We talked before.
Yeah.
Like I said, we worked together. So
Yeah.
we had a conversation a while back about a dating show that we did
Yeah.
here on this channel that failed miserably
Yes.
because it was a male lead,
Mhm.
women competing for the man.
Mhm.
And when it came time to do the in-person dates, they
It was-
got scared and
yeah.
thought I was from Wausau, sex trafficking.
Yeah.
So they called the police at my place of
I
employment.
remember you telling me about that.
Yeah,
I
it was-
remember that.
Yeah, it was terrible actually.
Yeah.
And the video didn't go.
Yeah.
But we did a trailer, right? And we had talked and
Yeah.
thinking maybe you could be the new lead.
I could try. I'm just extremely busy.
It's 2 days.
It is. I can do Sunday and Mondays.
We could maybe wrap before I do a show. We could maybe film all day, Sunday and then Monday, and then finish right before. Huh? And then the winner could be on the show. That would be fantastic. I might actually. We're gonna have to talk after this because that would be really cool.
Yeah.
Because so for the people that don't understand, the show it's a speed dating show, kind of like The Bachelor, Bachelorette, but online. So over text.
Yeah.
So it's texting.
Yeah.
calling,
Oh yeah.
FaceTime, than in person the second
I'm just
day.
really bad with communication and denying people and saying no. I think that's what got me into a lot of the situations I've been in.
Being afraid to say no?
Yes.
Mm.
Yes.
Why are you afraid to say no?
I guess it's just how I've been. I'm also terrified of men. So
Why? I mean, well, you don't need to say why on that one actually.
I mean, I've never
But-
been like touched. Well,
Okay.
in certain ways. Certain
Okay.
ways.
So I mean, the men thing is fair, but saying no in general, what makes you afraid to say? Because I have a problem with saying no too, but I think
Yeah.
it comes from more of like a people pleasing.
Yeah,
thing.
that
Like, I
and
don't
just
want
like
people
I'm
to-
also terrified of people in general.
terrified
like-
that they'll be upset if you say no.
Yes, and people can be mean, you know.
Yeah. Especially when
So-
they don't get their way. So
Yeah.
that's where I think some of my insecurity in that department comes
I
from.
also just don't want people to feel bad about themselves, you know, because I've been like the people that like
But
are
you
like.
just
"Mm, I don't
sat
like-"
here and told me that these fucking bald, hairy men.
See, but like
aren't
I'm
on
not
your
saying
level.
it to like an actual person. You get what I
You're
mean? Like
saying
if
it to
like a
avoid
bald
the-
person was in front of me and they were like, "What do you think of my hair?" I'd be like, "It's nice. It's nice."
That's fucked up. That's fake. That's fake.
You know
bro.
what? Do you want me to literally tell them
I'm
that
gonna
they
have a
look
bald person
ugly?
on next week.
Okay. And I will tell
Actually-
them that they're absolutely disgusting.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to do that. That's kinda fucked up. But along the lines, so we got the dating show and everything. I wanted to ask you,
Yeah.
does it count? Does somebody count on your body? Does it count on your body count if you don't finish?
Well, then I would.
Like if you and somebody hook up and you don't finish, do you have to count that on your body count?
I don't know, because you could technically call yourself a virgin.
Mm-hmm. Not really, no.
Well, but
Not if
like
they
you
go in
could.
You
You
no.
could, because if you don't finish, you're technically.
I guess, yeah, that's fair.
So like, I
But-
mean, I don't know.
Does anybody finish the first time?
I don't know. I've never, so I can't tell you.
What? Never finished?
No, ever.
so
Oh, sorry. I'm
I'm
sorry.
so-
Is
no,
that too much?
No, I'm just so sorry for you.
I literally have no idea what people are talking about. So when they're like, "Oh, it's like this happened," I was like, I don't know how to feel. So
Do you
literally,
not want to?
no. I mean,
You've
I've
been
tried.
single for however
I've
long.
tried.
you
I
can-
literally just don't care.
They
Like
sell toys, weaponry.
it doesn't. I don't know. I've tried that.
Capable.
It doesn't work. Doesn't work. I think I might have a problem.
You should go
Or
to a
like people
doctor.
just. I went to a doctor and they're like, download this app and it's like $20 a month, and I'm like, what the fuck am I
What
supposed to
fucking-
do with this?
What kind of app is it?
It's like
A
called
fucking-
it's called Rosie, and it's about like your sex life. So you like tell them how you feel, and they're like, do you live with anyone? Like, do you take care of people? And I'm like, no. And they're like, because that can like take like handle your sex life or something. I don't know. Anyone I've ever been with, it's been terrible. I don't like it. It's gross. Well, like
Really?
maybe, I don't know.
Jesus Christ, dude. I'm like so stunned.
I'm
right
sorry.
now.
I
No,
just like
haven't-
when people talk to me about sex and like I had the greatest sex. I'm like, good for you. I don't know.
Damn. So you're like, what is it all about?
It is-
What are
I
these
know.
kids talking about? Oh,
Exactly.
wow.
Exactly.
Yes.
So when people are like, oh, like I finished like 5 times, I'm like, what the fuck? Are you
Yeah.
okay?
Wow. So like, if we did this dating show, these guys, I mean, that's an icebreaker right there, bro.
Do you know how to make a woman finish?
You'd be like, all right, guys, I have a confession to make. That would probably get everybody who's competing,
Mhm.
you know, probably pretty like psyched up. Like I'm gonna be, they all determined to like be a really good guy, maybe. You know,
Okay.
so that they get the chance to like, I'm gonna
Okay.
be the one,
Yeah.
and then they'd be really disappointed. I had a friend in college.
Okay.
He had an accident when he was young. Something happened to his penis.
Sorry,
It's
I'm
penis.
sorry. It's just I literally when I tell you anytime people talk about like penises or like cum, you know
Mhm.
that like one Twitch or not Twitch, like the thing on the Switch where like it's like quiz bits or whatever, like where you can like and it like
A
gives,
Nintendo Switch?
yeah.
What is coming in Nintendo
No,
Switches?
no, like you know those. It's kind of like Cards Against Humanity, but you're able to put your own thing into it. So it'd be like, oh, like my mom said this because, then it'd be like, cum sock, you know.
And someone will do that, and you lose it. You can't handle
I
it.
literally will laugh. One time we did a whole thing with just Terry Crews.
Just Terry Crews?
Yeah, we were like Terry Crews putting a woman in a wheelchair. You know, white chicks. They do that?
Yes,
So like
yes, I
anytime
do.
like anything with penises come, I'm like giggling.
You can. Okay, well, this will be great then for you, this story. So I had a friend in college
Hmm.
who had not in college, when he was young, had an accident happen. I forget the
Like
exact. I thought it was like a motorcycle thing. I can't remember exactly. But his penis was injured,
Okay.
right? It was fixed.
Okay.
But from then on, he said so he had never been able to come from a sexual interaction with a woman. He
Yeah.
had come before when he jerked off,
Oh.
but he had never.
Is he gay?
That's what I asked, because I said technically the only person who's ever made you come is a man, because it was you.
Yeah.
So
He may be gay.
well,
Or-
he's since figured it out. Actually, I spoke
Oh.
with him recently.
Yeah.
But for literally like 2 years in college, he was unable, and he would. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I saw it work multiple times where he said there'd be a group of people, and I'd hear him as I'd be walking, because sometimes there'd be people that I didn't really know was going on in my apartment, so I just walk straight to my room, dart my head down.
Mm-hmm.
Every once in a while, I listen to what they're talking about, and there's a couple girls on the couch, him, my other roommates, whatever, hanging out, and he's like, "Yeah, I've just never come. No girls ever made me
What
come."
the fuck?
And there's always that one girl who's like,
I
"Okay,
can do it."
bet, yeah.
Oh my god.
And it would never happen though.
Yeah.
And she would. There was a girl one time that sucked him off for, it was like 2.5 hours on his birthday.
How do you do that? How?
She was trying
That
to get.
sounds
She was trying to
painful.
get fucking. That's free lip injections. Swell up.
My jaw would pop open. Like
I think she took breaks periodically.
Okay.
You know, whatever. So she
Okay.
did this for like 2.5 hours, and then nothing, and he literally got up and left. And
That's
he drove to go see his
disrespectful.
parents. Like they
That's
lived like 3 hours away.
disrespectful.
I mean, what are you supposed to do?
I don't know. You.
I think
You'd be
just-
like,
Is he supposed to just wait?
I
That's a tough situation.
I would just be like, I'm sorry, I'm not feeling this.
Mm. She's gonna cry.
Or you could be like, what do they call that? You know when like they can't like do anything. It's like not
Celibacy?
limp. No, like limp. Like not limp.
Limp
it's
dick?
like no. It's called that
Erectile
no, but like
dysfunction?
it's like something else. It's like where you can't perform.
I can't come.
I don't know. Can't remember. Can't remember.
Okay,
You should just be
fake
like,
word.
I'm sorry. My penis is broken. I was in a very traumatic accident, and right
Mhm.
now this is reminding me of
Yeah.
it. And then walk out.
That would have been much better.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Start crying.
I think he just said, "Stop, I'm going." And the only reason he let her do it, I guess, apparently, because he was drunk and he needed to sober up, is why he waited as long as he did. So he
That's-
like waited till he sobered up and was like, "All
What
right,
if
I
that
gotta
was
go
her
home."
13th reason? What if she just?
That's what I'm gonna say, man. It was crazy. So it but he's figured it out since. So I'm really happy for him.
Good
you
for
know?
him.
That's crazy.
Good for
Maybe
him.
you'll figure it out one day.
Maybe. I think my ex turned me gay, so. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That was a really like. I don't know what I am actually. But
Maybe
bi.
you're asexual.
I think I might be asexual or I'm bi-curious. I have no idea. Don't know. But I kind of hate people right now, so.
I'm so confused.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
So you're, all right. Let's segue. Convenience fees, dude. You ever have to pay a
Convenience
convenience fee for something? You know, like they'll like make
Sorry.
you use a credit card,
Yeah.
and then they'll charge you a convenience fee for using the fucking credit card, but they only accept fucking credit cards.
Yeah.
How the fuck does that work, bro?
Don't know. It's really annoying.
I just had to do. We just had to pay for some today. Earlier today, I was paying for some on the computer, and they only they don't accept cash or check or anything, right? And I was gonna use my card anyways because it's fucking online, right? So I'm getting ready to pay for this shit.
Oh yeah. Fuck yeah. Yeah.
And it's like you can literally only. I've had it in person at places too. Like they literally only accept cards,
Yeah.
and then they're gonna charge me $7 for a convenience fee that I get to use my card.
I have that when I pay
Whose
my.
convenience
I
is
don't
it?
know.
That's there for them.
I don't know. I had to do it with my car instead of using my card,
Mhm.
which I want to do. You connect it to your card. It charges you like a $20 fee. You have to connect it straight to your bank account.
Oh, that's for a car payment though.
Yeah, but I don't
It's a little
understand. I
different.
don't understand why can I connect it to my card?
I think it's because they just want the account information so that like because sometimes there's an available balance that you have like you have an available balance on your card that like you can use, and then there's just like your actual bank account. So like maybe like if there was ever an instance where you didn't have enough money in your available balance, but you had enough money to make your payment
Okay.
in your full account.
I wasn't taught
That's just me
anything
bullshitting. I
growing
have
up,
no idea.
so I
could've
have
made
no
that
idea.
up.
No idea. But thank you. Thank
Your
you.
car's pretty new.
It is actually pretty new. Oh my god, I hit a bird on the way here with that car. I
Did it
cried.
die?
It probably did because I was going 80. Oh, I was not going 80. I was going the speed limit, and it just like flew out while I was in the fast lane, and like I just saw it hit. I heard the thunk,
Where
and then
did it
I right in my windshield, and then it
Oh,
flew
shit.
above, and I saw it land on the ground. And I was like,
Man, you're
damn.
pretty lucky you didn't crack the windshield.
I was very lucky, and then I saw a hawk trying to chase a mouse on the way here as well. So
Just like a
It was in the middle of
National
the
Geographic
It was,
fucking- damn,
you
what's
know,
going on
I
this
don't.
drive
I
here?
have no idea.
It's not that scenic out here.
It's not. I almost.
So you have never came before. That's crazy, bro.
Yeah, I've faked it a lot of times, almost every time.
That's cool. How?
I've watched porn a
Oh, so
couple of
you-
times.
So you were mad at your mans for what?
No, but I wasn't with him.
Mm.
I
You
wasn't
watched
with
it when
him.
you're solo. It's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And so you're just like, I'm gonna do that.
Mm-hmm.
When do you decide?
Sometimes, because sometimes it would last
'cause
like
you
a
gotta-
minute, and I'd be like, well, I can't do that now. And sometimes it would last 2 minutes, and I'm like, I can't do that now.
So it's
And
gotta
so
be like,
Sometimes it would be like, it would just be a long time, and I'd be like, I don't want to do this anymore. So I'd just fake it and then hope he would
oh
finish.
my god. This is so sad.
I literally hate sex.
This is so sad.
I'm sorry. I just want to let you know that my friend's repeatedly texting me, and the last thing she messaged me was my loins are frisky. So
Your loins are frisky.
her
or
loins are frisky.
frisky?
Hold on, let me
From
repeat.
listening. Who is it, by the way?
My best friend. I don't think she wants me to say her name, but she says my loins are firsty.
Is she listening right now? Is that what this is?
I think so.
Okay. Wow. That's
I'm not
crazy.
gonna read the rest of the text because I don't want to out her
So
like
wait,
that.
we didn't get to. I wanted to answer we didn't answer the question. Does it count if you don't finish? Do they count as does that count as a body if you don't finish? Like you hooked
I
up
don't
somebody
know. I don't
one
think
time.
so. I don't think so because I could say I was a virgin then, and I don't think I am.
Okay, but
so
fuck that. You're not a virgin. I'm not a virgin. I'm saying now, if you hook up with somebody on Tinder right now, let's say your body count. You don't have to tell me your body count. But let's say it's 5, right?
Okay.
And you hook up with somebody tonight on Tinder, and you don't come. Does that count on your body count? Assuming you're not you
I would
right
say
now
yeah.
because you don't come at all apparently. But
yeah, I would say yeah because I've counted the
they
people. I've
still
been with.
count.
I think so. Yeah, because I've still been with them.
Mm-hmm.
To me, I feel like it counts, but to other people, probably not.
Yeah, I think you could make a fair argument for it not counting,
Yeah,
but I don't know. I really
know.
don't.
I don't know
It's
because
interesting.
you would have to say absolutely not if like you hadn't finished at all. You get what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
because I would though I didn't finish with my first person, I still am not a virgin anymore, so it has to count technically.
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah,
That's tough.
yeah. I feel like my aunt is watching this right now, and I'm gonna get
What's
beat.
up? What's her name? No, you don't have to give
Don't
me her name. You don't have to give me.
I am scared that I'm gonna get.
You think you're getting in trouble for this? What if you said it was that bad?
Sex?
Yeah, you said a lot of bad things. in
Yeah.
that. I mean, I said worse, riffing off what you said. We're close to the hour. We're at the hour mark
Oh.
actually, or pretty
Oh
close.
shit. Oh.
We go long and that's fine.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
just
I'm
do you have
totally
any?
fine.
You have any questions for me? Anything weird going on in your world? Anything you want to get off your chest and share with the people at
I don't know,
Detox?
do you want to hear about the crackheads that
You
are in
got-
my life?
oh, you got
Like
some
funny
crackheads?
stories, like like
Yeah.
midgets that piss on
Okay.
the
Small
floor.
people.
Small people. Sorry.
People refer
Small
to them as
people-
small
small
people. I actually
people.
don't know. Here's the thing. Because there are wrestling groups that are primarily small people,
Yeah.
and they advertise
Mid-
as with the word
Yeah.
that word, right?
Yeah.
And so I don't know what the real term.
I remember watching like that TLC show that was like Little People Big World.
Yes.
I don't want to call
I've seen the
someone.
commercials.
I don't mean to be like offensive.
No,
I
no.
I shouldn't have said that word because that's.
No, I don't know if it's
offensive.
offensive. I mean, I've heard. I forgot. Somebody was breaking it down, and then on TikTok, and then a small person reacted and was like, "It's more offensive to say small person." They were like, "I prefer midget." So I don't know. I think that we need to come
Dwarf?
to a
Is it no? That's
Dwarfism is the-
dwarfism. You could say somebody with dwarfism. I don't know.
person with
Yeah.
That's people first language. That's what they teach you. As my teacher friend says, you have to use that.
Okay.
People first language. A person with thing.
Mm-hmm.
They're not defined by whatever. I don't know what I'm saying. Continue.
Okay.
So small people. We'll
Small
go with
people.
that, and we
Small
mean it
people.
with all the love.
Somebody who's very short.
Okay.
I was like 13, I think, at the time. And my mom and her boyfriend were just like, out partying. So I was taking care of the small children. And, we go to bed and, they come in, they're being loud as fuck. And then, like, I wake up at like 8 in the morning. I'm getting ready for like to get the kids up, like get them breakfast. And I remember I walked out with like my younger older sister. And I walk out and I see a man who's just in his whitey tighties. you know, tidy
Just
whities, and kind of look. I think he shit himself at that point. You know, just chilling.
He was doing crack.
I don't know. I think he might have been because it was I mean, my parental figure did.
There was crack being had.
I think so. Drug addicts.
Okay.
I could just say drug addicts, and he
Okay.
was out of it, very much out of it. And I like pushed the kids back in, and then my mom's boyfriend like woke up later, and he's like, "Get the fuck up, like get up," and like kicks the man, and the man gets up, and he's like out of it still, right? And like I remember he shit himself. It was on the carpet. He gets up. He walks to the like little entryway that we have, and there's like a little step down in the door, and he pulls out his dick, and he just, I'm so sorry, this is so inappropriate.
No, this is
he just
crazy.
starts pissing everywhere.
Just on the
pissing.
floor.
Just on the floor. And I remember like
When you already shit there, I guess why not?
well, no, it was a different floor. This was
Okay.
the hardwood, so it was a little more easily cleanable.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
He shit on the carpet.
He shit on the carpet. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Proceed.
And then like there's been other stories, you know, like crackheads that like just walk in that are like crazy, and they're like, oh my god, man, like I don't even know, like they be watching me, man, like they be watching me, and I'm like laying on the couch like just trying to watch Moana with like my little brothers, and I'm like, holy shit, like this is crazy.
Do you ever meet any polite crackheads? Any people that are under the influence of maybe potentially crack cocaine but are nice?
Not recently, because I don't really have that in my life anymore.
Yeah,
But
that's
in the
fair.
past, I have met nice crackheads.
Really?
They're just
Maybe
they think
far
that
and
they
few
are
between.
God almost. I think
Hmm.
they really do. And that they think that like they can do this shit, you know? And I'm not trying to like, here's the thing, like I know people who are in active recovery, you know what I mean? And like
Mhm.
they're the nicest people you meet. Like they're like, I want to get better for myself.
Yeah,
But
that's
like
big.
when you're in addiction, you're very, very selfish and not really there.
Mm-hmm.
So like you don't really know who you are anymore, and like you can be crazy. Like you will
Yeah.
tell lies that are like insane.
Yeah, well, that's the thing with addiction. It's so hard. It's hard on the person, right? And it's hard
Mhm.
on the people around the person because, especially when someone is maybe trying to recover or
Yeah.
saying they want to do better, a lot of times it's the drugs talking, and the drugs are just trying to get them through the conversation so
Yeah.
they can get to the next fix.
Yeah.
So they're gonna tell you whatever they have to tell you. If you were gonna let the conversation be over with so that they can go do drugs,
Uh-huh.
by them saying I'm gonna get clean, I'm gonna do whatever, they're gonna say that.
Yeah.
If you want them to fucking solve some crazy math equation, they're gonna figure out a way to solve whatever fucking problem
Yeah.
you throw in their face,
And then they're gonna
so
go.
they can get around
Yeah.
you.
Um
And it's hard. It's hard on everybody around them. It's hard
they,
on them.
Yeah. It is. I've like recently it's not recently. It's been a while. But I don't really speak to my mom. And you know, there's been situations like I remember on my like I think it was my 13th birthday party with like my best friend that I have now, and then my other friend that I had. I went to the bathroom. We were holding the children, and I went to the bathroom to give her like the diaper bag or some shit. And I'm not kidding. Like I opened up the bathroom door like it was a stall because we were at like a diner or whatever, and there's just a pile of Coke on the toilet. And I remember I was like, holy shit, and I like pushed my friend out of the way because I was embarrassed. You get what I mean? But like
Yeah.
when I talk about it now and I like talk about some of the stories, I'm like, this is funny. It's not, but it is.
Yeah.
And I remember her like trying to tell me that it was like her friends, and I'm like, well, if it's out of the bag and it's on the toilet seat, I feel like it's not your friends, and I
Yeah.
feel like it's being used.
Yeah.
And I don't mean to diss my mom, but like there's been shit that like I've been through where it's like I can laugh at it now, but like in the moment, not fun.
No. Yeah. Well, that's and I think there's some power in being able to like a lot of people discredit or kind of like look down at people that use humor to deflect. I use humor to deflect a lot of things, a lot of traumatic experience in my life, right? I just make dark jokes, say stupid things.
Yeah.
But I think that there is, while I do agree that it is deflection to a point, I
Yeah.
also think that there is a bit of power that comes with that, where like you can look at something now
Yeah.
and make it what you want it to be, which is this joke or this punchline or this dark joke in this moment.
Yeah.
And even though maybe there are parts of it that, you know, still don't sit right with you, you're at a place where you're taking back what
Yeah,
it is and
I can
you're
joke about
deciding
it.
it's a joke.
I
now.
think a lot of people who have been sexually assaulted do the same thing where they joke about it. I know a lot of people who have done that. It's just something that's easier for people to cope with.
Yeah.
I find it easier. I think it's funny, but like I don't find it funny when people joke about it with me. If you get what I mean,
Interesting.
like, well, there's certain things.
Is it like the I can say my mom is a bitch, but you can't say my mom's a bitch?
Kind of
thing?
like sometimes like people would be like, oh my god, like they'll say something, I'm like, oh, that's hilarious, and
Mhm.
other times people will send me videos of like, oh, your mom doesn't want to be in your life because drugs are more important, and then they'll like laugh about it, and I'm like, that's not funny.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's something where it takes a specific. You can't be tone deaf, right? You can't
Yeah.
just like throw that out
Yeah.
there. Sort of like, again, I think it comes down to timing and
Yeah.
the kind of joke and who's saying it. Because again, if my friend says, you know, whatever about somebody in my life that is
Mhm.
going through an addiction, whatever,
Mhm.
I'd be like, yeah, you don't get to say that, man.
Yeah.
You know, at least not right now. Maybe if I'm depending, I laugh at pretty much everything, so it'd be
Mhm.
pretty hard for me to be
Mhm.
super offended by it. But there would be moments, I'm
Yeah,
sure.
and I try and be careful with that. Like sometimes I do say shit that like could offend people, and I apologize profusely after. But like some people just like don't realize what they're saying, because like I get it. Like I'll say shit like I'm like, oh my god, like my mom like is a crackhead, and I'll like joke about it, and like people would be like, oh my god, you know, like I don't know. I watched my mom get hit a lot, and so I'm very scared of like fast movements, especially with men. And one of my friends, like I don't know, she outed me. I like flinched at someone, and she was like, "Oh, trauma," or like she like literally told someone my whole life story about like how like I watched that. I was like, that's not really your place.
Yeah, it's not your story
Yeah.
to tell. That's difficult to deal with. Yeah, that's
Sorry,
tough.
this got deep.
No,
I'm so
that's
sorry.
okay. That's totally fine. That's I'm sorry that you had to you've had to deal with that multiple
I
times.
don't
that
care
that's-
right now, but like sometimes it happens where I'm like, oh my god, this was terrible.
Yeah. Well, you can't. The thing is, you can't like. You cannot suppress it, right? Where you can't.
Yeah.
Like again, we're talking like
Therapy.
deflection with humor is cool.
Yeah.
But you can't completely. You can't let all of that bounce off you and
No,
never deal with it.
Yeah,
right?
I realized like a lot of stuff. I don't mean to like make this like
We're having. I
depressing.
guess it's a therapy session right now.
I guess.
It's-
But like I guess everything I've gone through, I have learned that dissociation is easier than dealing with it, and I don't know. I do it all the time. Like I did it earlier when you were talking. I don't even
You have no idea what I was saying.
about one thing. I can't really remember what it was
That's fair.
about.
You can watch it back.
Maybe,
It's
and I'll be
there.
like, oh my god, that's what he's talking about. And, but like sometimes I just don't even know where I am.
Yeah. See, that
Half
doesn't
the time.
happen to me. I think for me, maybe it's I struggle with dissociation
Yeah.
too. It's mostly through social media
Mm.
and like I have issues with. Obviously, this is what I'm trying to do, right? I'm trying to do social
Yeah.
media, so I have a problem where I have to spend a large portion of my day
Mm-hmm.
looking at a screen,
Yeah.
looking at bigger screens, looking at smaller, back and forth, and dealing with comments and dealing
Mhm.
with this, that, the other, editing, and I like forget that like I'm a human being. Like I'll go look
Yeah.
at myself in the mirror. I'm like. Whoa.
Exactly,
And I'm
I've
like,
done that.
Oh, okay, here you. And then
Yeah.
like, but conversation is something that grounds me. So like this
No.
right here, but for you, it doesn't. It's
And
not the same.
Sometimes it just like happens. Like I remember I've had it at work, or like I literally don't feel like I'm a real human. Like I'm like, oh my god, I'm not alive right now. Like I literally am not alive. Are you real right now? Like is that person
Do
real?
you feel like you're like, I get stuck right here. Like it feels
It's
like
foggy.
it feels like this is so far, but it feels like my consciousness is like right here, and I have no idea what's going on. Sometimes I like, that's why like when I look at myself in the mirror, I'm like, oh, my eyes are here. Like it feels like I'm like seeing everything up here. I don't know how to explain it. It's
I
a
don't
weird,
really know how to explain
cloudy
mine.
feeling.
It's very cloudy. It's very foggy. Sometimes I'm just feel like I'm moving in slow motion,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know. It's just I don't know. I've told people that I don't feel real, and then they like laugh at me, and I'm like, I don't know, man. I just don't feel like a real person.
Yeah, it's a weird feeling. It's
It
a hard
is.
feeling to describe. You mentioned making jokes and people not getting them, right? Or people being offended by something you've said as a
Yeah,
joke about
yeah.
yourself, like
Yeah.
or whatever, maybe your friends. I know I get that sometimes where some
Mhm.
people just don't get the sense of humor, and sometimes it's I could see why, but I have a big distaste or dislike for people that take jokes like super seriously and get
Mhm.
really offended by it.
Yeah.
I think it's okay, like you were mentioning earlier, right? If somebody makes a joke about your traumatic experience
Mm-hmm.
and they know
Mm-hmm.
that you had this traumatic experience,
Yeah.
I think that's pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
If, for instance, I made a joke one time when I was working about a coworker of mine.
Mhm.
They were like, "Where is said coworker?" They weren't there that day,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, "Oh, he fell. It was a bad car accident. I don't think he made it. You know, whatever."
Mhm.
Just said it stupid
Yeah,
like
like
that.
a
But
funny-
I was like,
a
and I'm
funny joke.
smiling while
Yeah.
saying it, right? And they're like, "That's not funny." My uncle's fucking my uncle's father-in-law.
I hate people like that.
He had a car accident. He lost some. I'm like, okay.
I hate people like that.
I didn't fucking know that.
Like, you literally can't say shit.
It's
nowadays.
like, first of all, I didn't know that. Secondly, I'm joking.
Yeah.
Third, do you even know that person you just made up?
People have gotten really like sensitive over shit, and it like scares me to do shit because like, so I'm mixed. Obviously, don't look at. A lot of people think I'm albino, and I like to wear like, my mom used to braid my hair in cornrows when I lived with her, or like I wear a bonnet to sleep sometimes so my curly hair stays curly, and like I'm scared people are gonna be like, that's cultural appropriation, man. Like, you're fucked. You're not black enough to do that, because I feel like that's a lot of things. Like, people are like, you're not black enough to do that, or like you'll say one thing and like people will be like, that's extremely offensive, and I'm like, I don't know how, but okay.
Yeah, it's weird. It just, I think for me, the thing that I really dislike is when if there's no way, if I make a joke, and whether it's slightly insensitive or if it's perfectly a tame joke, whatever, and somebody that I'm not that familiar with or whatever decides to like make this person, they're like, man, you should know that I have this fucking
It's
super
annoying.
hidden insecurity that I would never have made public, but now I'm going to, so that you feel bad about the joke you just made.
It's
like,
stupid.
man, I'm just joking.
And it's not even offensive. It's just,
I'm just trying to make people giggle. And if you don't giggle, just you don't have to giggle. And then I'll know, okay, that wasn't that funny, and I'll make another joke.
I understand if it's like a really offensive thing. You know what I mean? Like, if you were to say like a slur, or like,
there's definitely
there's certain things that you're not able to joke
about.
about, but there's things where you're like, oh my god, like, I have a headache. I think I just have like a brain tumor, and people are like, my mom died from cancer.
I'm like, okay,
That's
I
not
didn't
fun to
fucking
me.
know.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Everybody, we all have cancer.
I hope I have cancer.
Don't say that,
I-
dude. That's too
I
far.
literally-
You just crossed the line, bro.
I remember when I was like 8 and my parents didn't give a shit about me. I would ride on my bike around the like town I live in now, because I moved around a fucking lot. Like, I think I've been to 13 schools. Off topic, but like, I was riding my bike around the fucking streets or whatever, and I'm like, I hope I get brain cancer. And I was praying. I don't believe in God, but I was praying to God.
Just riding your bike. What are you fucking doing, chance? Like,
I
I'm
don't-
just fucking riding this
I was
bike. I
riding
hope I
the-
get brain cancer. I hope I get brain
Yeah,
cancer.
I was like,
cancer.
in my
What
head,
the
I was like,
fuck are you doing?
God, please, if you're listening to me now, give me brain
If he
cancer.
was,
So
I
my
hope he
parents care
fucking
about
muted
me.
the chat.
I
If he
hope
was
so.
listening, I hope he just fucking.
Well, I'm suffering from migraines recently, like really bad, debilitating migraines. So I had to get an MRI, and I was like, this is the time. This is where I get brain cancer.
If you manifested that, bro,
This is the one prayer God answered for me.
that would be fucked up.
That would be fucked up. But I got the MRI. It's clean.
Kind of funny, but fucked
clean.
up. But really fucked up.
Yeah.
It would, but I mean, yeah.
Maybe.
In a sick way.
Maybe. I mean, but then like, if there is a heaven or a hell, and people, you know, like how people are like, if you kill yourself, like you're not going to heaven.
Yeah.
Well, if I have cancer.
But if you manifested said cancer,
Oh, you're right. You're
or in
right.
any way sped it up, that is indirectly killing yourself. But then again, a lot of people are killing themselves indirectly because of the food they eat and the things that the lifestyles they lead.
Yeah.
So that there's a lot of that.
Yeah.
So I don't know, actually, that you might have a loophole. You might have found a loophole.
I may
with
have
this.
found a loophole. I don't know.
Interesting.
I don't know.
Well, we're about at that time. Do you have any last questions for me before we wrap? Anything you want to know? It's the first time on the show.
I don't know. Yeah, I
Anything
find
crazy?
it really fun.
You thought this was Justin Bieber up here.
I did think it was Justin Bieber. Who is it?
It's not Justin Bieber.
Who is it?
It's for people that have seen the studio and people that it's the Pizza Boy. It's the Pizza Boy cover.
Pizza Boy?
It's not Justin Bieber. You'll have to let that one sink in. We'll let the audience. So someone will fill you in.
Okay.
Okay. Someone will let you
God.
know.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, not Justin Bieber, but I
I'm so
appreciate you
sorry.
coming.
Yeah,
I
I'm
appreciate
so
you being
happy
here.
to come. It was a lot of fun.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. I think we'll have to have you back sometime.
Oh yeah, I would love to.
This I also want to say a quick thank you to everybody tuned in live today. Thank you to those listening or watching over on Spotify days after. Also want to say a quick shout out to our patrons. Thank you to you guys for supporting the channel. If you guys are interested in getting access to behind the scenes content, I have an extra series where I break down how I make every single one of my songs, as well as extra podcasts, behind the scenes footage to music videos, vlogs, basketball videos, all that stuff. Go to patreon.com/Darren Rita. Should be on the screen right now. It's also linked down below. On top of that, I want to say a quick shout out to Kenosha Auto Insurance for sponsoring this episode. And this has been the 166th episode of the Dtalks podcast.
Oh damn.
I will see you guys next week. Peace.